Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Positivity. I am your host, Zakia McCoy. Here at Cooking with Positivity, we like to focus on how positivity leads to success, whether that be in your love life, in your business, or in general, whatever you have going on. I'm going to kick it off with our positivity poem for the month. Positivity is a choice. When we choose to be positive, you choose happiness. You choose a better mindset. Fill yourself with the fruits of life. Become full of the notion that tomorrow will be a better day. This month is our mental health month. So we're going to be talking to mental health professionals, people who deal with trauma and mental illnesses, such as bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, depression, and anxiety. Now, anxiety is affecting over 40 million adults in the USA. Only about 3.9% of those adults receive treatment. The ratio is extremely low for the amount of people who suffer from anxiety. Anxiety can often feel like a heart attack. It can make you feel like you can't breathe, you're in pain, you can't control it. There are some things that can trigger your anxiety attack: being put in extremely stressful situations, or not understanding or expressing your emotions, and it can trigger anxiety attacks. Depression affects over 322 million people. Now, depression affects women mostly. I myself suffer from depression. I survived depression. It's an everyday fight. Now, when women are depressed, we feel worthless, often sad, and we often feel guilt. I just recently lost a family member, and I felt myself falling into my depression. I'm doing everything I can to fight against it, but some days are better than others. Now, when men experience depression, some of the triggers to look out for is extremely tired, irritable, and angry. And this often leads to drug abuse and alcoholism as to mask the emotions that they don't understand. And a lot of times men are made to be strong and told that they need to perk up. They need to be happy. They need to stand up for their family. But men hurt too. So we have to make sure that we support each other as a community. Our children who see us suffering from depression, bipolar disorder, or who are around when we have these anxiety attacks, they can become depressed because they don't have the outlet or understand how to express these emotions that they're feeling. And a lot of the times, their depression manifests in refusal to go to school. They don't want to separate from their parents. They often worry about their parents dying and leaving them. Teens' depression is very difficult to diagnose or recognize a lot of the times because when you hit a certain age, you're supposed to have the teen angst. But the depression signs are very similar to teen angst. Irritable, sulky, they get in trouble a lot often than they would before when they were younger. So it's very difficult to point it out unless you have a teen who just went from everyday happy thoughts and then they just drastically change overnight. And I myself had my first bout with depression as a teen. I was 15 years old and I didn't understand what was happening. I thought I was just an emotional person. I thought I was just sad. But growing up and going through all the trauma and dealing with everyday life stresses and struggles, I realized that I had about a depression and I breezed through it instead of recognizing it and dealing with it. In my household, we were told that whatever happens in this house stays in this house. So it's not like we were open and honest and talking about things. I would express my emotions through my writing. That was my way of getting things out. And that definitely helped. It helped me fight through it. So if you are dealing with depression, if you are dealing with anxiety, find what works for you. I find that counting and taking short bursts of breath when I feel like I'm having an anxiety attack, it helps me come down. I find that talking about my emotions and what I'm feeling and the thoughts in my head helps me to be successful in fighting the depression and not fall so deep in depression. Depression rears its ugly head in many forms, and it could cause you to not want to be out. It could cause you to just cry without really knowing why you're crying. It can cause you to be angry and not really have a reason to be angry. So to talk to a professional if you get to that point where you can't manage on your own is the best advice that I can give. And I've actually written a book called I'm So Depressed, and that's free until the 14th of October. Now, this book is just about with depression that I had to fight through and a few different scenarios that it affected in my life. And it's really raw. It's really emotional because it's my life, but it's just a small window into my life for a few minutes or however long it takes you to read the book. Remember, it is free on Amazon. Just go to Amazon and type in I'm So Depressed by Zakiya McCoy. And you can also go to Zakiya McCoy, the author, and find that book and all of my other books that I've written. And I'm also an avid reader. And I'm also in a book club called Phenomenal Women's Book Club. So books are in heavy rotation in my life, whether I'm writing, reading, studying, ways to better my business. I'm always reading. Now, we just read Pure Heroine by Keisha Irvin. This is a sequel to Heroine. This book is a very good book. It's an urban novel, and it is about these women, these friends who have survived something tragic and lost loved ones, and they're trying to make a better life for themselves in a new state, and they go through the pitfalls of their new life, meeting new people and allowing new people in. So it's a great book, and even though it's a sequel, it definitely can stand alone. Now, I also have my 15 and 15 minutes or less cookbook available on Amazon as well. I know everybody doesn't have all day to be in the kitchen, or everybody doesn't enjoy being in the kitchen all day like I do, and that's fine. I created this book and it has a few recipes that you can use to spruce up your everyday menu. You know how you find yourself eating chicken all week, or you find yourself eating rice or macaroni all week. These are just some recipes for sauces and different kind of meats and different kind of recipes that you can use to spruce up your menu. And they all cook in 15 minutes or less. And I want to share with you guys the recipe for this month is a 15-minute chicken paillard with slaw. Now, I don't like everybody's coleslaw, so this recipe, it made me very happy because you can eat it as a salad. And all you need is 2 large skinless, boneless chicken breasts. That's about 8 ounces. Kosher salt to taste, as well as ground pepper to taste. And 2 tablespoons, of olive oil. And you need green beans, basil, red cabbage, and onions. And you need to chop it up finely in slaw form. And you want to combine everything together. Once you've cooked your chicken thoroughly, you want to break it up in shreds so it can be slaw. And you want to mix everything together. And there you have it. You have your 15-minute slaw. The longest thing in here that takes time would be the chicken and the green beans. You want to cook them up so they don't have that bitterness, and you don't want to eat raw chicken. That's definitely not what you want to do. Now, I often do different videos, different cooking tutorials, and different ideas and fun tips for you. Now, I do have my fetch meals. That's on YouTube. Now, this is using the Fetch app, which is a grocery shopping reward app. It's free. You can download it on your phone right from the App Store, and it's called Fetch Rewards. They provide you with points for uploading your grocery receipts. And you get extra points for buying certain items and certain brands. And I've always been one of those people who get inspired by certain items. I can create a menu with just 2 items. So this Fetch app, it definitely inspired me to create my weekly meals and get points at the same time. You're already going to the store. You're already going grocery shopping. Why not get some points in the end? And it makes it fun. My kids are involved. They always ask me, how many points did we get today, Mom? And I'm going to be going to some of my favorite grocery stores or grocery stores that I shop at, such as Walmart, Save-A-Lot, Dollar Tree. I don't really like Food Lion and Kroger's, but they have a lot of ingredients that I need. And you can earn points to win rewards such as Amazon gift cards to your favorite restaurants. They have electronics on there. They have beauty products on there. They have so many different type of rewards that you can get. I also do lives on Monday. On Monday, I do a segment called Monday Mornings where I cook brunch items. I'm going to be doing that once a month, and it's going to be the third Monday of every month. And I do Sweet Treat Saturday where I make desserts. I often teach you how to do a hack, anything to curb your sweet tooth. And I also have a sale going on right now It's a fall sale. I'm selling caramel apples, homemade caramel that I made myself. You can get 2 for $7. Now I can either ship it to you and you receive them in the mail, or if you are in my local area, I have all of these items for sale on Chachi's Homemade app. And it's an app where local people who cook from their home can sell their goods on the app and people can pick it up. And I'm also going to have it on Ecwid, which is the same kind of app, it's just different. They have different features and different ranges. Now, Chachi's is spelled CHACIS, and that's Chachi's Homemade, and Ecwid is ECWID. So everything that I have on sale, if you are in my local area, I'm in Richmond, VA. If you are in my local area, all you have to do is download the app and you can see what I have for sale on either app, and you'll be able to take advantage of the close proximity you're in. And I do have other fall sales coming. Just stay tuned. Now, my positivity song for this month is by Alicia Cora. It's called Scars to Your Beautiful. I am what you call a cover girl. I can smile in public, and 9 times out of 10, most people won't know that I'm dealing with a lot. Most people won't know that I'm suffering from a bout of depression because I can put on a smile. And I attest that to my positive outlook on life. Most people can't do that in public. I can't do it every day. I know that for a fact, that when I am hurting too much or feeling too depressed, I know I need to take a step back and just take a breather from everything that's going on. But for the most part, I am what you call a cover girl. I will put on my makeup. This is figuratively speaking. I don't wear makeup all the time, but I will put on my smile and I will go out into the world as if nothing is wrong. But at home, my life is probably falling apart at that moment in time. So in order for me to break this habit, I stay positive. If I get overwhelmed, I talk to people who can help me, people who can understand what I'm going through, or who can understand what words to say to take me out of that mind state. And if I don't have the people I need to talk to at the time, I will definitely write. I think the best thing for anyone to do if they can't find that person to talk to at that moment is to find what helps them come down, to find what helps them cope, to soothe, because it's so important. And that's why I'm excited to be doing the mental health month here at Cooking with Positivity. And I'm excited for the guests that we have coming up this month. So please stay tuned. I want to thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great and positive day.